Alright, babe. We'll see you up there. We'll try to get this thing done. Oh, yeah. Come here, guys. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Good morning and thank you for coming to Skolt 2013. My name is Thomas Soth. I am the Skolt teacher of the year from 2012, and I'm here to talk about the ripple effect and how we as language advocates can really spread foreign language and create more generations of proficient communicators of world languages. So I would like to explain first what got me to this point in my career. So what got me here to this point? Well, I can say that my experience in high school is not what made me a foreign language teacher, although it got me started in foreign language. That requirement to start got me down the road, but after 2 years of not being a great student, of getting bad grades, and I have the report cards to prove it, I dropped out of the foreign language with my college requirement and spent the next couple years figuring out what I wanted to do. And I graduated high school realizing that I wanted to be a teacher, and mostly an English teacher, because I had seen a few movies, Dead Poet Society and Mr. Holland's Opus, that made me think that I was going to change the world. Well, to be an English major, I had that extrinsic motivation, again, the requirement to take foreign language so I could get that English degree. And those 4 semesters of foreign language were painful. Learning the language for me was not easy. But by the end of that time, I could finally move from that extrinsic motivation to intrinsic, thinking, wow, I spent 4 years learning that. I should go on. And I thought maybe I can travel, and at the university I was at, there was a program offered for an exchange in Argentina for a year, so I got to travel and learn a lot in 1 year. And I came back with from my travels thinking maybe I can even do more, maybe I can get a minor. And then that minor turned into a major, and I graduated thinking, well, maybe I can get a job in foreign languages, or maybe it can help me get a job, maybe it can get me into a school and I can be that English teacher. And then later on the line, I became a foreign language teacher. I got involved in Flank, Skolt, and then ACTFL, but all of it started with that requirement. And now, all of that requirement, which took me to travel, which took me to thinking about a minor, which moved to a major, which helped me think maybe I could get a job, which brought me into teaching, brought me into getting into the Foreign Language Association of North Carolina, them awarding me to be the teacher of the year for the state, becoming the Skolt teacher of the year, and taking me on as an actual finalist. All of that started because of one requirement. And I'm not thinking that all of our students, or not even a big percentage, needs to be foreign language teachers, although it's an awesome job. But they need that little push, that single drop, which starts the whole ripple effect and leads them to becoming fluent speakers of a world language. And then there's ACTFL, which provides another drop, because they come along and they provide the 5 C's and a guideline to what do we really want our foreign language students to be able to do. And what they think about, that trickles down to what the College Board does with their AP programs in foreign languages or world languages. And then in my state of North Carolina, our Proficiency 101 team, which began want more. I want my kid to have dual immersion. They need to be better when they graduate from high school or college. They should be trilingual, multilingual. I would love to create a generation of polyglots 30 years from now. So I would ask you, foreign language advocates, to help bring on the rain, to help create ripple effects all over the foreign language learning community by providing real-world activities that inspire students to learn more of the language and to spend more time in the language, to provide authentic materials which can help students understand the cultures with which they are connecting. And I could definitely say push travel, because there's nothing more motivating than getting students to want to learn language for intrinsic reasons rather than extrinsic reasons. And then get into backwards design, so you're always thinking of what do we want our students to be able to do in the foreign culture, and then from that idea of what students can do in that foreign culture, we create quality assessments that reflect those desires, and hopefully all of that comes together to inspire students to continue on in foreign languages, because we know that once students get past the second year or third year foreign language, their desire to move forward and their likelihood of going on to the next level increases exponentially. So as leaders in the foreign language community, as advocates of foreign language learning, what can we do? Well, we can be like skipping stones to create ripples all over the place. We can start with advocacy and help and look at requirements, connect with ACTFL, write our representatives at the state, local, and national levels. But we can go beyond that. Social networking, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, great ideas about what you can do in the foreign language classroom, and when something good happens, promote it, brag, let people know that if you can speak another language, your life is more interesting. Our job as teachers is to improve the quality of people's lives, and I really believe that by speaking more than one language, individuals will enjoy their lives more. And also, continue to go to conferences, work on conferences, provide quality workshops, because they're great, they give people great ideas, and they make them really refreshed to go back to the classroom on Monday. And this kickoff right now for the school conference is going to be awesome, and I hope everybody here has a great conference and brings a lot of great ideas back to the